Hey there, fellow dental professional. It's Dr. James Younger here, practicing dentist and the founder and CEO of TempStars. This is part 2 of a short series about how to get set up for success. If you haven't seen the first video, it's about posting a shift. This is the second video about after the shift is posted, what things look like when you have an offer. So I'm going to assume the role just off screen here of a dental hygienist who has seen the details of this shift and is looking to work that. So just on the side here, I'm going to be clicking a few things. So that's the role of me on the side here, clicking as a hygienist to send in an offer. And as we refresh, there, we have a target shape now, and that means there's a custom offer waiting. If it's gray, it means there was an offer there, but it's expired because offers last about 18 hours. And so if an offer gets sent in, but you haven't had a chance to respond to it, you might see a gray target there. That means the offer was submitted, but it's expired. You do have an opportunity to request the dental hygienist or assistant to resend in that offer if it's expired. Here's our offer from our sample dental hygienist. We know they graduated in 1999. The offer is at $46 an hour. And so let's click here. So then you can click to view their resume. And so we have the resume there, so review the details. And then you can accept the offer or decline the offer. If you decline the offer, it asks you why you're declining. You could say that the person doesn't have enough experience. You could say the hourly rate is too high if it's too much higher than your proposed rate. And you do have an opportunity to send in an offer at a lower rate that gets sent back to the dental hygienist, and it's up to them to accept that lower rate if they're still interested. I would advise against that unless absolutely necessary, because it does add some back and forth friction, and sometimes that counter offer doesn't get seen in enough time to book the shift and that sort of thing. But certainly the decline the offer is there, and you'll see a pop up for options and that kind of thing. So if we're looking to accept the offer, we say, okay, this person's good. I reviewed the resume. That's right. 46 is good. We've reviewed the resume. Yes, we're sure we want them. And we also are confirming here that our office is up to date in terms of PPE infection control protocols. We were really responsive to the COVID pandemic and introduced some of the policies and procedures in our service in response to COVID. Now that it's gone, hopefully, to the rear view mirror, you're going to probably see less and less of these confirmations as we're getting back to normal. And we're constantly making improvements and changes and updates to the service. So if things don't look exactly like this, the principles will still apply here. So we're going to say yes. And we're going to accept and book. There's the confirmation. And there we go, booked and confirmed. And there. Now we have a solid red, meaning booked and confirmed. And if you need to look at here, we have a messenger, so you can send messages to the talent. They'll get it by email and within the in-app messaging. We've got a payment term saying that this shift was posted as the same day. You'll be able to see the phone number of the talent within 2 hours of the start time in case you need to call them for last-minute changes. They've said that they've been vaccinated against COVID. And if you do need to change the hours, you can click here to change the hours. But you have to be a little bit careful about changing hours, because at this point, this is booked and agreed for that set amount of time. If you make too dramatic a changes to the shift time, it could end up in the dental hygienist or assistant not being able to make the shift. So imagine they were expecting an 8-hour shift and it got shortened to 4 hours. There could be a problem there because I think, well, I only booked this if it was 8 hours long, that sort of thing. So if you do make changes, the dental hygienist or assistant does get notified, and our customer support team gets notified as well to make sure that there's a smooth transition to those new hours. And if there's any problem or issue, we'll be sure to let you know that way. You can book a second person for that day. So imagine your office needs 2 hygienists or an assistant and a hygienist. You can book somebody else in. Or if something happens where the day falls apart and you have to cancel the shift, or there's some problem that you don't need this booking anymore, you can cancel the shift. I would caution against any short notice cancellations, because we do have a short notice cancellation policy in terms of compensation for the opportunity loss for the dental hygienist or assistant. So be sure to review those. So that's all about what happens when you have an offer and how to accept it. And again, keep an eye on your email once you post a shift, because that's where the offers will get sent in, and you'll get an email notification. Double check your junk and spam. Make sure you mark tempstars.com as a safe email address. And at the same time, if you have the app installed, you'll get an alert on your phone through the app, and within the application you'll see the change in the status here, and it will go from offer waiting, and you click on that, and then it'll be booked and confirmed. If there's no offers and nobody has sent in offers yet, then it will still be that hollow circle and unfilled. So trying to keep these short. Hope that helps. Certainly reach out to our customer support team if you have any questions, and we're here for you. Thanks.